How's everybody doing? I have a continuation to my last video which will come up shortly. In this video I just want to start out with different basic shapes. Always work with this paper because this is a dictating paper, right? Follow the obligations of division, understanding your quarters, your halves, your 3/4. Should I explain what is whole? Would that be 4/4? Note that when you have this one, or you'll have two of the same to make the whole in each. So we have to understand their stories. If we want to talk about the deck of cards, then we're going to have the diamonds, let's say, and we're going to have the heart come together. And that'll be H-E-A-R-T, and that'll be half of the red cards. So the other half would be the club and the spade. Now if we did this, right, I just want to tell you that the jack, right, has one eye. And in the heart, there's one eye. When I bring these together, I'm going to have 3 eyes and I'm going to have 3 eyes. So they split up, 3 eyes to the red and 3 eyes to the black. If you want to talk about the king, this will be jack. Right? If you want to talk about the king, the one eye on the king, this is going to tell me that the red cards, right, the kings, okay, have 3 of 4 eyes, where the the club and the spade, right, king, note these two work in opposition of each other. They're polarized on 2 cubes. What is 2 and 3 equals to what? What is 2 and 3, 5 equals to what is 5 and 4, 9. What is 1 and 4, 5. What is 2, 6 and 3, 9. The male and the female. 5 and 4 equals to 9. To what is 2 and 3 equaling to 5. To what is 6 and 3 equaling to 9, to what is 1 and 4 equaling to 5. And this is going to be the female organ. You want to put the sun. We can also put the word love. And this is going to be the male organ. Also, it's created from power. The power source is 77. Where does the power come to 77? 7 times 7, 7 plus 7 equals to 63. Is there another way to 63? Yes, there's a few other ways we can. 9 by 4 equals to 36, right? And then we have 9 by 7 equals to 63. And then we have star system math where we bring this together. And this is going to be 49 and 14 equaling to 63 and 35, which shows me the 7 reverse 7 on a dice cube, which leaves me 3.5 in the center. 3 reverse sides equals 105, noted to be, as some say, the hand of God. You can use the letters J-E or A-E. You can say it's the quarter house of Mars, which gives us our 4 by 15 seconds equals to the 60 seconds on the clock. And although we have 60 seconds on the clock, when 60 relates to 360, we're going to need 6 times that 60 seconds or 60 minutes to equate to what is something that is whole. Something that is half will be 180. Something that is half can be noted as 50%, and the number 30. There are 30 days, 4 times a month. Why? Because of the 30 of 60 seconds on the clock, noted to what is now 36. That used to be 360 degrees, but now we know, okay, through this, it becomes 180 degrees, half 180 degrees to the 60 seconds on the clock, which needs to be multiplied 6 times. 6 by 60 is for a 360. 120 or 12 equals to that 36. 6 times 6 equals to 36, so we have to understand. And rulers come in 30 centimeters or 12 inches. If that it can have any effect on this. So we understand this. When it comes to the queen, they have all 8. So we have 7 for the king. We have 6 for the jack. And we have 8 for the queen. To note, 2, 4, and 3, 10, 10, 10. 10, 10, 10. We have to remember why we bring it to 10 is because all 10s turn everything over. A, B, C, D, we start over again, right? A, B, C, D, we start over again. Not here, not on this setup, right? It's 1, 4, 7, 10. I don't want to get into that right now. I have to set it up and see how I have to decorticate to explain it. Our first part creation when it comes to shapes, and if you want to create stars, we're going to do this or we're going to do this. When we do that, we can either create this or this. This is half of what this is. It's not the same. If I was to divide lines like this, right, one getting bigger at a time versus starting at this point and doing it this way, there is a difference. Over here, I used up 1 square and I cut in between the square. Call that 1. Here, I used up 2 squares, right, passing between 2 squares and cutting these into half. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. When I count here, I count 1 area underscored, then I count 3 areas underscored, and then I count 5 areas underscored. Here I'm counting by 1, 2, and then 3. If you want to count to where it's dots, it becomes 2 dots, 3 dots, 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. 1 dot to start, 2 dots, 3 dots, 4 dots, counting it this way. But over here it's 1, 3, 5, counting by 2s, and over here I'm counting by 1s. Now the thing with counting by 1s and 2s is this is what it is counting by 1s, and this is what it is counting by 2s. 7 reduces, 8 reduces, 1 and 2 increase. And this is how it goes. 1 and 1 equals to 2, 8 and 8 equals to 16, 1 and 6 equals to 7, so 8 went down to 7. If we had 1 more, it equals to 3. If we had 1 more 8 to what was 7, it would equal to 15, but the third 8 would equal to 24, and 2 and 4 equals to 6. I went down 2, I went up 2. So our base creation of the 3 areas brings us to what 1/3 is and what 2/3 is. 1/3 and 2/3. There's a total of 3 threes inside of this 1/3 and 2/3 for the 3 reverse sides of this. The 3 opposites of this, when you look at this over here, right, this, if you cut this in half and put this onto the earth, the platform would cut halfway between this cube, leaving you with how many corners, right? How many corners, how many upper corners? There's an upper corner here, here, and here. This is a lower corner. There are 3 lower corners. So you're going to leave a platform that will connect the 3 areas. Your 3 will all reflect 1 platform. The thing is, when it's perfectly cut, are all the angles the same? And then if you can't see what the angles are, it's sort of going to look like, let me see if I can do this. I'm not sure if I can do this. I'm going to try my best. So I need a, what do I do? I need a triangle. How do I bring this? I'm just trying to see if I can do this. Let's just give me a second. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to bring it all the way up and cut it in half, or just bring it. Maybe I'll go all the way up. So let me see what this looks like. So if I was to bring this all the way down, right, I have the Hamantash. I got the 3 sides and the 1 base, right? This 1 base seems to be the same size or bigger. So now I have 4 sides. No matter which way I turn it, I have to turn it on 4 sides. Now my question is, while I'm turning on 4 sides, am I also turning it this way? See, I have the 1 base. I got the 3 points here and all 3 points meeting over here to 1 base. Is this where the light goes through? This is our basic 3 formation. Is this our first 360 degrees? Do we bring 2 of these together? If I did the art better, maybe it would be properly understood. The male sex organ is 63. The female sex organ is 54. 18 and 9 equals to 27 inside the house of bait. 8 and 1, 9 and 9 coming from the male sex organ, right? And this is in the house of bait, Venus. And 54 is 20 and 9 equals to 29. These 2 systems over here, the female and the male. Anyways, I want to jump over to what you get out of this. I can put 1 line here, 1 line here, different stories that are going on. I'm not sure what the stories are trying to tell me yet, right? I usually like to work in parts of 3s before I can determine something. I do know this is a half area. This counts in whole areas. Mars would be this. Earth is this one over here. I have a fly. I think I have to shut my door. Give me a second. Let me shut my door. I have to share this because I don't know what just happened to me, but this can awaken the sleep. Oh, this was crazy. I mean, it was just so crazy that, I have no choice. I put into a honey bottle, fresh honey, okay, that was in there. It was empty. I put in hot water. It was there for about 2 months next to my sink, maybe 3. Next to my sink, I kept using it. And I forgot about it for a couple of months. And I just put it close to my nose and I was breathing. And the electricity went, whoosh. What actually just happened to me is crazy because, like, I was asleep and, like, I'm awake. And, like, wow, that was crazy. Let me continue on with this. So now we're going to continue on to these numbers over here. No, we're going to finish off with this and this. 36, why is it so important? Why do we need 360 degrees? In football, we have 3 times 12 inches. In order to get 36 inches is going to be a yard. We need 10 yards for a first down. Anything after 3 is going to be on the back side of the element. You'll be on the front side, and all of a sudden you'll be on the back side. So every side goes to 3. Secondly, if you are moving at 3, you'd be moving at 1, 2, and then 3. Is this your completion? See the way we do this over here, right? The completion is telling me I have a whole area, and it takes 3. And so this is going to be my 180 degrees. Is this going to be my 180 degrees? Is going to be my 120 degrees? And this be my 180 degrees? Now, between this and this, is it giving it depth and angle? Why do I do it like this? Because it's 3 and it's 4, and it's 360 degrees. It's either created by 90 degrees or it's created by 120 degrees for the reason of 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th element turns it over. They taught this to us in balls. 4 bases on balls, you take a walk. On 3, you're out. So we know that on the surface of 3, you're out. But on 4 balls, you end up making a base. To make all the bases, right, to load up the bases, you need 3 by 4 balls equaling to 12 balls. That'll be in the purple ball, the 12 and the 4 in purple ball, 4 and 3, right? And then once you get the 4 by 4 balls equals to 16, and then what happens, there's no 16 ball, becomes a cue ball, you get an RBI, right? To note that R and I are together, to note to create the R, or 18, it's going to take a 10 and an 8, equaling to either 18 or equaling to 2B. 2B. Now, I don't know if you want to say 2B, 2 by, 2 bicennual, whichever way you want to go, the IT system. The B will bring in the birth in the house. In order to have the alpha gateway, you need to have the B, the birth into the house, into the heavens. H, into the heavens comes the birth. 27, 28, 29 goes from the birth into the gateway of 6. 6 and 8 is what divide the 7th gate, and it's explained into this cube. I'm not quite sure I'm going to explain it to you right now. What I'm going to get to next, jumping over this little subject I did over here, also to note 9 times 4, 36, 9 plus 4. 9 times 4, 36, 9 times 7, 63. There's other factors in this. This one will equal to 16. This one will equal to 13. 7 and 4, 7 and 4. Energy, Jesus, time, bull. Those are those numbers. And there will create other numbers. What is 4? 4 is the heart of 3, 1, and 3. 4 is the end of one cycle. 7 is the end of a divided cycle. It means there's 1 in the center of 3 and 3. Again, we can note this number, okay, to equal to 7. If we did it the other way around, it'll equal to 5. Inside this note, it'll be 13 and 31 and 13 to equal to 57, or 31 and 13 and 31 equals to 75. The electric moon. I'm going to get my soup, putting this on break. I hope we're not all over the place. There's so much going on. I have to decorticate it as I find it, and or if as decorticated as I remember it to fit into this situation, that everything is fair to all the other equations I'm doing within the equation. So it's been an hour and a half since I came back. So this is a half angle. Now when we create this, what this is going to do is it's going to dedicate me to run everything off of this corner. Run everything off of this corner, and this corner. Now in a block cube, right, in a single cube, I'm just talking about a single cube. I'm talking about a single face, just talking about a single face. I'm not talking about the whole thing, right? When I talk about this flat area here, I'm going to get 3 for each corner, creating 12. The only way to go through here is to go this way, and this way, or this way, and this way. So they like to say that the DNA or the S crosses because it's running in a single area. Unlike this over here, right? This is just a straight line. Well, so is this a straight line. So there's one line here, one line here, one line here. Then after that, it becomes just the opposite of what it is. So there are 12 to this. The opposites will create 24. If I create, I'm just trying to think of something. This one over here is this one over here. And all I did to this one, right, is I extended, right? I extended the lines through it. Let me see what I did. Yes. See this one over here? I went around the square area here. I went around this area. It's unlike this one over here. When I do this and I go around the area, this is what it creates. Let's not look at the 4 over here. Okay, we're just going to look that we created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 areas. But if you look properly, the 9 areas end up to be split, and we have 4, 8, 12, and we have 16 areas in this design. 4 by 4 for 16. What else was there inside of this? Besides, we're using this for Mars, and we're using this for Earth. We use this for Mars. We use this for Earth. One way it's a 3, the other way it's a 7. Earth gets 3710. Mars gets 64 Zion, Israel 10. Now it's just funny because, yes, Earth is Earth known 3 by 3 to be the female, and is Mars known to be the male. 7 and 13, and that's not the only place we see it. We see it as 7 and 13. 7, 7, 13, 13. 9 times 7 is 63. 9 times 4, so this angle over here, 4 over to 9, 9 over to 4, okay, is going to encompass 7 and 8. That's our basic gate. How can I explain that basic gate? I didn't want to get into this, and I don't know where the other numbers are, but let me show it to you this way. I like to go with spirit is pirate, S esprit equals to 87, and spirit equals to 91. You add it, it equals to 178. If you minus it, it equals to 0.4. That's your delta angle. That's the other side. 7 and 1 equals 8 and 8. Well, we're going to put this over this. We're going to end up with 17 and 8, right? 7 and 1, 8 and 9 is 17. Call it 8 and 8. They also like to call this flamme jumelle. This means spirit in French. Spirit is communication. For me, the way I understand it, the total is 91, or 13 by 7 equals to 91, right? But we also have to understand the other dimensions. There's also 8 and 9 by 13. This one will equal to 104. That's communication, 8 by 10 and 24. And this one will equal to 90 and 27, 117. This is going to be talking about the faces of Rubik's Cube. There's 9 to a face, right? The connection of 13, we're working by 13. Rubik's Cube is 9 and 9, 18 minus the 7. So we're going to talk about Rubik's Cube. And then the one with the 8 will talk about the sun. This one will talk about the moon. And this one is going to be the Mars. So Mars is the bringer of the spirit. Here is the queen, which is the communication. Communicate. Right, and then this one over here inside the house of bait becomes the birth. 7 come 11. The student is coming. It's Yo, Earth and Mars. As Y equals to 25 times 3 equals 75, and O equals to 15 times 4 equals to 60. If it was times 3, it would be 45. I multiplied by 4 because I need at least the 4 corners to complete a complete circle. Here I only need the 3 points. I'm not going to talk about the halfway area, even though that's a destination point. Let's call it a rest stop, an RS, right? A rest stop, R and S come together. They service together. Let's call it the angel spirits. When we do this, I need 4 times 25 equals to what is 100%. I need 3 times, did I get this? 3 times, where am I? 15 equals to 45. Just give me a second. 3 times 25, 4 times, right, and then, wow, I did 4 times this over here. 6 times 15 equals to 90. That's going to be the birth. Our birth on the 6th day. 1.5 is the actual timing of our birth. 3 by 3, 3 plus 3 equals to 9 equals to 6. This total of 15 and this total of minus 9 equals to 0.3. 9 minus 6 equals to 3. So our birth creation, 315, 351, the ace, the divided creation, comes into 90, and you would think that 90 is not 100, right? But it's in the DCB equaling to 90, other than the ABCD equaling to what, 100%, to where ABC, or 3 parts of 4, equals to what is 6 or 60. So our 3 times 3, 3 plus 3 equals to 9 and 6. And this is our split world, birth 150, but we're living in, which one are we living in? Here's 190, we're living in 60. Here's 150, created from 100. The missing part inside of this is also ABD equaling to 70. So if we're looking at our life being over here, we have 260 on the outside of this. 100 of everything. 160 is missing. 100% outside the time of this time over here. How are we supposed to look at this? Well, let's just leave it out and see what we have in similarity. And in similarity, we have B. Let's not count this one. Let's count these 3 different worlds. And these 3 different worlds, 7 and 6 equals to what is, let's call it the 220 volt. The 110 and the 110 coming together in building number 7. I like to say cast the fish. The cast of fish happens on April 1st, the 91st day of the year. 91st day of the year. But when it's a leap year, the birth comes in, 29, the IT system. You bring the connection between 8 and 8, the two crossing heavens, possibly, since it's the 8th today, the three crossing heavens of this cube, 8, 8, and 8. RAPHAEL 7286 for an extended video that could have been done in so much of a shorter time. Thank you for watching this video.